Ladies and gentlemen, I, Splashcast, have had an epiphany. And this epiphany is as follows. I didn't have time to watch the LCK. I really want to watch the LCK. So my plan was, I was like, I'm going to do some study today. I'm doing some really hard fucking maths courses. Holy crap. They're kicking my ass. We're studying. And then, after I study, as my little treat, my little reward, I'm going to watch DKT1. Because this happened when did it happen? This happened 6 days ago, and I haven't seen it. And that is criminal. That's criminal that I haven't seen this. Because these teams are so unbelievably exciting to watch. They're also banning at light speed. I'm not going to talk about the draft for a bit. I need to yap to you guys directly first about these teams. So, these are my two favorite Korean teams to watch. Not in terms of gameplay, but in terms of aura and vibe, right? Obviously, Gen.G and HLE maybe mog these two. I say maybe. They mog these two in terms of individual laning ability and gameplay. But they don't have that dog in them. And both DK and T1, every time that I watch these guys play, it is just absolute fist fight slaughterhouse. As we're going to see Bard locked in. This is taken away from Carrier. I think that's just completely necessary if you're against T1. Fairly obvious that Bard's going to get oh my goodness, Cassiopeia slam. I do not have a read on the map. I'm telling you guys, I've been on the academic comeback. I've not been watching. How fast are these guys picking? Chill, dude. He locked the Vi and the Jarvan is insta-hovered. It's like they got fucking business to attend. That's crazy. Okay, so we got Vi, Cassiopeia, Bard. I think J4's interesting here. It's obviously a good counter into the Cassiopeia. Very immobile mid laner, Cassio. So J4, quite common into it. There's no Lee Sin open, Vi's already showing, so J4 feels a lot better. As instead, they're going to maybe opt for a Zinza. I think I prefer this a little bit more of a skirmishing jungler early game with Bard. Can get a bit more done. A lot of dive threat there on the Zinza as well. Going to get locked in for Lucid. Now we're going to see what Smash is going to pick. I think Smash, every time that I watch Smash play against T1, he just seems to have a vendetta, man. Which is fair enough. I would also have a vendetta against this team, but he's locked in Ezreal, which I'm very excited for. Smash and Pays. This is why dude, Smash and Pays is so exciting, man. Siwoo and Doran is also, who is the biggest inter? I'm pretty sure it's Dora. He's locked in Ambessa. Oh, crap. Oh, shit. I've decided I'm going to swear on this channel, guys. Maybe I'll try not to swear during the cast because it's very unprofessional, but, I don't know, man. If it happens, it happens. It is what it is. The people who hire me eventually will understand that I work in a school. I'm very careful of not using the SH word. But if I want to use it in my bedroom, I'm going to use it, man. That's what I've decided here. Is Renekton banned for Ambessa. Doran is terrified of that big croc. And fair enough, I would also be terrified of that. I play Ambessa in solo queue, I ban Renekton. Alright, I'm not that guy. I would like to ban Jace, though, but I can't. Caitlyn ban. Interesting. I'm not, so one of my biggest weaknesses in terms of analysis is bot lane matchups. I never play that lane. Frankly, it's disgusting. It's my least favorite lane. And so I just smile and nod whenever the commentators start talking about what the ADC matchup looks like. I would imagine that Caitlyn is a pretty bad one for Ezreal just because of the range diff. But I thought, I guess maybe they're scared of, they want to leave Ezreal in isolation with Bard. If they've got a Bard roaming around the map, they want to leave the Ezreal in isolation. They're scared of Carrier and Pays just picking a really hard-winning 2v2 lane as the Shen gets locked in there. I think this is, in some sense, to counter the Bard. Obviously, Bard wants to roam around. The meta right now, if you've seen any of my solo queue videos, you are aware that the meta is just stupid turbo, everyone leave the lane and start running around the map fighting people from minute 2. And particularly with these teams, please pick it. Please, oh my god. Are they going to pick my 2 champs? No, don't pick that. That's disgusting, bro. Zehen is just better Aatrox, man. Lock it in. Guys, if they pick Zehen versus Ambessa in top lane, I think I'm going to literally explode. No! No! Oh my god, well, I know who I'm going for. Jesus. Bro, they could have picked anything. Please tell me that's mid lane. If that is Anivia top, okay! Wait, we're cooking. Lock it in. Siwoo, lock in the Kled. I'm looking at you in the eyes right now. Fuck analysis. I'm just going to look Siwoo in the eyes until he locks in Kled. If he locks in a ranged top, I'm going to vomit. Do not pick that. Please. It is bad. Okay, he's locked it in. You know what? Big balls. That's what I'll say about that pick. And I'm very glad the Anivia is not top lane. So what I've just seen is an Aatrox top lane into Ambessa. In my personal opinion, that matchup is genuinely unplayable for Aatrox. Just because what do you have to do as Aatrox? Land your skill shots. What do you have to do as Ambessa? Face your keyboard and dash out of the way of every ability. I say that as someone who plays Ambessa and does understand there is a significant amount of skill. That matchup in particular, I mean, it can be hard. But at the highest level, where Doran, obviously, we all joke about him being an inter, but, this is the highest level of gameplay. Doran's pretty fucking good at the game. He's not going to get blasted by Aatrox. Aatrox really is unfavored if Ambessa knows what she's doing. He should really never be able to land an ability. Because if you see the Aatrox press Q, Ambessa, you can Q. You can Q and dash in time. You can W if you're, too slow reaction time. The only thing you can't do is E out of the way. Your E's a little bit too slow. But your Q you can do. And so Doran has two ways of counterplaying versus Aatrox's Qs. And then if you get into Aatrox's no-no square, with the if you Q forwards on Ambessa, you E forwards, you get really aggressive, you can really punish that guy. Because Aatrox, little tip for all you newbie top laners out there, Aatrox really hates it if you get inside his personal space when he's trying to trade with you. There's a happy spot that Aatrox has when he's queuing, and it's like medium range, a little bit far away. If you get on top of him and then very quickly click back and run away, after the trade, after he's used his abilities, or you dodge around inside of him. This is a classic, is you stay on top of him, and he has to Q3, and you can walk through him, walk behind him, be really aggressive, and force an extended trade after he's used his abilities. Champ really, really struggles. But if he can get that beautiful, perfect range trade, then he can be really, really punishing. Aatrox one of those champs that only needs one good trade to win the lane. Here we see Ezreal has exhaust. And I think, as is going to be a common feature of this game, he's running to bot lane completely alone. That's going to be a lot of that. What? Carry is just blind sidestepping Qs already, man. God damn. It's one of those things, whenever I play solo queue, I'm always I'm going to dodge every ability. And then I get in the game and I'm just oh, I'm fucking lost at the minions. I'm just going to play the game. Watching, as this is just a heavy trade, I feel that cannot be winning for the Anivia, no? Surely extended trading cast level 1. I mean, it actually went pretty well for Showmaker, to be honest. Wow. I guess you have the egg as well, so you're kind of down to just trade HP like that. He's just going auto for auto. Is Deathfire Touch this good? Is that really just how you play? Half health is already the mid lane condition here. All three Qs been used by the Aatrox. I want to know when Ambessa Q's coming back up. 2 seconds here. Should see him stepping up, getting quite aggressive. Q1, auto Q2. Misses the Q2. A little bit disgusting there, I think. In Doran's position. Should hold that Q a little bit longer. As Aatrox Q coming back up here in a second. Q1. Q2 coming. Bang. Sidestepped. Nice and easy. Yeah, nothing much really going to happen in the top lane. Now you're going to see it's a dance, right? This matchup, both of you have the same Q cooldown. And so you're going to see Doran's desynced his with Q1 auto Q2. Misses again, by the way. Can I say that's a really big deal? Right, if both of those Q2s have landed, he's in a much better spot here. Doesn't choose to W forwards. The reason that Doran doesn't play on his level 2 timer there, because his Q isn't up and Aatrox Q is. Right? That's the big difference. As man, if they kept the camera top lane, I'd be the best color caster of all time. Unfortunately, they have to put the camera elsewhere. Carrier lands the E forwards. Bard in a little bit of trouble here. Not going to be too much damage, though, because we do have a level 2 Jhin on the screen, just P-shootering people. I wonder if they have, a League of Legends Plants vs. Zombies mod, where, your P-shooter is just, Stormrazor first item Jhin, you know? Showmaker in big trouble. Ona, do you even get those little raptors, man? Who am I kidding? Of course he does, man. Me trying to comment on Ona's jungle clear as a guy who plays, jungle to a gold level. You should see my Rengar, man. I'm a beast. Here we go. Bot lane gonna be chilling right now. I think Smash pretty happy with these conditions. It's not the most aggressive matchup. I think, in fact, this is the most sleepy matchup of all time. I think Carrier and Korea are both just waiting for their level spikes so they can run around the map. I'm honestly shocked that Korea hasn't left already. Maybe there's a lot of threat from Carrier. And also top lane, who are you ganking, man? You're really gonna gank an Ambessa? Good luck with that. It is so impossible. Siwu just gonna collect the wave on a tower. He's actually struggling quite a bit there, Siwu. It's just shocking. Smash taking a pretty aggressive trade here. He is playing lethal tempo Ezreal with exhaust. Full shot not landed as Korea might be in trouble here. The Shen taunt gonna land. But he has a magical journey out to safety. I love that from Pace. Full shot and then he queued the minion, bounced it onto the Ezreal just to min-max the traders. Doran, what is going on here? The Infernal Chain's gonna pull him back. Are you getting solo kills at 3 minutes in a professional match in this matchup? Flash away. When's the cube coming back for Aatrox? You have to base here, Doran. There's no way you can stay. Look at the wave state. It is gonna slow push into him. It is going to slow push into him, so it's not as bad as it could be. But that is really shocking. So that's what I'm talking about there. So Ambessa, that should realistically never happen. He must have been caught with his pants down there. I think he would have thought the Infernal Chain's not quite going to pull him back, but they just did. As Showmaker, we're going to pretend we didn't see that one. TP coming through on the top lane. Siwu, not even that low. He could even stay. I think he can crash this wave, get a nice reset off himself. He's going to have a big item advantage. If he gets a heavy trade here on Doran as well, it's going to be even better. Doran would like to stop this wave from crashing, but he can't. And yeah, you're going to see Siwu gets a base here. He's going to match the TP, but he's going to come back with a little bit of extra gold. I think he might have... Yeah, it might just still be a double longsword buy, but he might get a couple more pots there. So Siwu, pretty happy about how things are going. And by the way, matchup only gets better for Aatrox, in my opinion. Aatrox struggles the hardest when he doesn't have a Q cooldown. When he gets a Q cooldown, when its Q's pretty much 0 cooldown, then he's going to be chilling that matchup, because Ambessa realistically can't extend a trade with him. That was a really good Shen W from Carrier. Blocking the Ezreal. I didn't realize that's how the interaction worked. It was, Jesus, Doran! I mean, I can say that's actually just really good spacing from Siwu. It looks like it's disgusting from Doran, but Siwu, what he would have been doing there is using his micro movements to bait out that that W forwards from Doran. So like Doran would have just like into his W for no reason. This is a heavy trade in bot lane. What if Carrier's already used his taunt here? It's just going to be a 4-shot on Korea. Wow! Magical Journey to death. And Smash looks like he's in big trouble here. Does have that arcane shift. And Carrier not going to continue the play. Korea just got put down as another Infernal Chains is landing on top lane. There's no flash this time for Doran. Siwoo, can he get him killed? There's going to be a Q in a couple seconds. Look at those white boy wiggle movements right there. I say that. He's Korean, man. Only I can do the white boy wiggle. He's got like the Korean guy. The Korean guy. Is there a word that starts with K for the Korean guy kerfuffle? I don't know, man. We'll see a replay of what happened here. Was it just that, what is Shen taunt called? Does anyone know? I'm just going to say Shen E. Yeah, it was just the Shen E into Jin W. It's pretty beautiful timing there from Pays. And Korea does have flash, but, I mean, you just can't get out. 4-shot's already on the way. There's a world there where he maybe could have flashed instantly and pulled it away, but I think he would just die anyway to double flash from Carrier and Pays. Really, really proactive play from Carrier there, finding that taunt. And top lane is bleeding as well, man. Doran in big, big trouble. I like that Siwoo went for a Ruby Crystal. That is really interesting. That is so interesting. I guess. So your options there as Siwoo on that base are to go for double longsword with an extra pot. He went for refillable longsword and Ruby Crystal, which is significantly less aggressive, but also significantly more oppressive because it means that you can take shit trades and it's kind of fine. You know what I mean? Like he can do an even trade and it's winning now just because he's so much more tanky, which is super interesting in my opinion. I think Doran struggling so far in this matchup. Is Showmaker going to take a heavy trade here? Whew, for that Q missed, he would have been in big trouble. Looks like T1 want to have a sniff of this dragon. Carrier does have that taunt. Ona not level 6 yet, and I think Lucid really wants to fight this. Faker has first move. E-flash forward from Carrier. Korea going to block the Jin W. A smash on the right side of the fight. Can he get some space here? Lucid looks like he's in big trouble. Exhaust on Pays going to block the 4th shot. Lucid going to go down. Ona next to follow. Flash forward from Smash. He's not going to finish off the kill. Can he get Pays? 4th shot coming through. No! Pays is alive. And bang! Can he get the shots? No, okay, he's going to be fine. Showmaker sidesteps the Jin 4th shot. Flash forward from Faker. Does he have flash himself? Yes, he does. Egg going to get procced here. No matter. Carrier, do you want this kill? Do not go forwards, man. There's no way he's dead, is he? The Egg going to actually die. Jesus Christ, how useless is the Nivea passive? Insanely useless is the answer. As 4-0 for T1, how have they made this fight work? I thought it was over. Everyone living on just smidgens of HP. I lost my mind there towards the end. That Jin ult, almost enough to just completely seal the deal for DK. It would have almost been an ace there. Like, Korea very close to dying. Let's see how this happened again. I think it's just a beautiful play from Carrier. I thought after the Jin W Heroes block, watch Korea, by the way. So it's an E-flash from Carrier, right? Jin W blocked by Korea. So I think Lucid is, like, I thought Lucid was fine here. And Smash on the right side here gets this beautiful angle. The exhaust on the 4th shot. Lucid's still living, right? But then look at how Ona lives here. The flash forward from Smash, just not enough. Pays no longer has an exhaust on him. He's just going to finish off the Ezreal. Hits level 6 from the kill. Instantly procs the curtain call. Lands one shot. He could have landed a few more there. Forces Korea's flash. Forces Showmaker's flash. And bang, Showmaker dies anyway from the egg. We're going to go back to live, but T1 just making it happen in the team fight, as they are known to do. Just stunning. All right. Back to live here. 4-0 now. It's a 2.5k gold lead at 7 minutes, and we were promised Degeneracy in Champ Select, and Degeneracy is exactly what we're getting. I wish I had a clean feed so that you guys could have audio. Then we see the items in the top lane. It's a Tunneler. Ooh, it's a pretty good trade, I think. It's kind of even. That Grasp is so oppressive in top lane. Yeah, nothing really happening up there, though. I think, given how bad it started for Doran, like, realistically, Ambessa should have a pretty big lead in that matchup, my personal opinion. Like, it should be like maybe 5 CS, 10 CS, and a plate. Right? I think Ambessa can get pushed pretty easy. So it must just be that Siwoo is playing the trades insanely well. Obviously, we've seen a couple crucial Infernal Chains landers. It looks like there's going to be a bit of a fight over these grubs. Don't think you can contest these if you are DK. As Lucid says otherwise, he's just going to send it in. He does have the ult. He's just inting, in my opinion. What is this? Is he going to make it work? No, he's not. Faker going to pick up the kill. Oh my god, Showmaker's dead too. Oh, Doran, let's pretend we didn't see that. Korea does not have flash, and I think Carrier not going to let him go. The E comes forward. Faker going to pick up a triple kill? Was that a triple kill? I can't read Korean. It looks like it. He's 4-0 on the Cassiopeia. Only has Swifty Boots in the inventory. He's just being fed kills. Uh-oh. Here we go. Curtain call coming through. Oh, okay. Observer does not care about this. He's actually landed a shot there. Smash. Is he going to live here? Needs one more shot. Can he find it? Wow! Not quite. Back to top lane. Back to Doran. Doran's the only guy on his team not having fun, man. Ooh, I did not like that. A little bit of misspacing there from Doran. You can get that E auto off without taking an auto back from Aatrox. Not to nitpick. What the hell happened here? There is a dead Ezreal in my lane. 8-0 now for T1. And, well, Pays is showing that the T1 Academy, the former T1 Academy bot laner, not the same caliber as the current T1 main roster bot laner, as you would imagine. Faker gonna eat that in Evia Q. Lucid spotted on the blue buff here by Carrier, who's just gonna walk up and fight him, because that's what Carrier does, man. He doesn't give a shit. Look at him. He's gonna E forwards here. Here comes the Vi. Lands the Q. It might be a little bit deep. W forwards from Lucid. He's charging back in. Here comes the Nivea Q. It is not sidestep. Korea's in there now. I think it's a little bit overzealous from T1. Bard ultimate is beautiful. It's landed too. Can Showmaker find any value here? No. Dash away from Carrier. Dash away from Vine. You just can't catch these two. They can walk up and in your face, and they're just going to get out, man. Beautiful Bard ult from Korea, but the follow-up, I guess it's a little bit too scary for Showmaker to walk up there. Didn't have the Q. He'd already used it, so while the Bard ult does land, they're not able to find the value off the follow-up here. Just going to check the replay of what happened on Grubs. Think Lucid. Tiny little bit overzealous, so I can understand wanting to play. Smites the grub away. Oh no, actually Ona got the grub there. But he's just in a little bit too deep. Showmaker can't quite follow up with the damage. And you can see he goes down before getting any real meaningful value. Beautiful petrifying gaze there from Faker. And Carrier makes sure Korea doesn't get out. Really curious how this happened. Does he land the W? Is that why he goes for the ultimate? Does he just send the ult? He just sends ult. That is so cocky. Wow, waits for the Arcane Shift as well. Smash. Okay, that is a bit of a big mistake from Smash, to be honest. You can't just be sending Arcane Shift. Ooh, that was close. He stays here? Does he actually? He's going to die to Flash 4 shot, isn't he? He actually stays here. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Here we go. Bang! See you later. That's what happens IRL if you get shot in the head. Well. And I think Smash, not loving life at the moment. No, I don't think anyone in DK is loving life, except Siwoo, man. Siwoo's chilling. This is like top lane POV and solo queue, though. Like, he does have Sundered Sky. Let's see if he can make something happen here. He does have Teleport as well. T1 going to start the Dragon up. I think if they want to fight, they probably need to do it now, DK. With the Aatrox Teleport. Hit the Sundered Sky Spike. Xin Zhao's hit the Sundered Sky Spike. Ezreal has Sheen, so he's full build. Although, take a look at the items on the other side of things. We're looking at as Youmuu's Ghostblade Mikhail's and a Cassiopeia that's completely full build because she has Swift March. And yeah, I think DK correctly there, sniffing out that there's just no chance they can win that fight. Doran also hit his Eclipse Spike, so now the top lane matchup going to be a little bit more oppressive for the Aatrox. Although if he ever finds an extended trade, Doran's going to be in really big trouble. Not that that matters whatsoever. So here we go. A little bit of a sniff here from the DK. They're not going to find anything. A sniff pays his dust. This looks like a good trade here from Doran. Does he have the W? You can see we have a follow-up here. He might be in big trouble. I don't think he can go this deep, man. Yeah, Fake is here, right? Well, look at that Aatrox healing, but he's full health! Help! Help! Can he live here? I don't think so, man. Violet's gonna come through. We do have Cassiopeia. Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Wow! Okay, he's dead. I thought he was fine, man. I thought with the Sundered Sky proc there, he's gonna be okay. I thought that was gonna be a triple kill for the DK top laner. But I guess it's just unfair, man. At this point, I'm reporting my teammates, man. If I'm Siwoo, it's just complete cat despair. Only looking like Skumond in the G2 voice comms, man. Just dead silent, saying nothing. And Smash, what? Did the Shen ult get an Anivia walled in mid lane? I think it did. I was going to say, Smash is in really big trouble here. He did have Flash. And wait, it's the same play. Here we go. Can he dodge him this time? He does have Flash. Does have E. This time, he's going to be making fun of Pei. Ooh, he spoke too soon. Takes one bullet to the forehead, but stays alive. Are we going to see the same Flash 4th shot trick? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Pei is just going to take the reset. At this point, T1 just got to do no funny business and win the game calmly, which, you know, T1 notoriously good at doing no funny business and winning the game calmly. It's what they built their career off of, right, guys? If they throw this game, I'm going to eat my hat on stream. In-game. So, here we go. So, the thing I want to point out here, look, like, this trade looks great for Doran, right? Whatever, right? Aatrox and Qs. Check out this Sundered Sky proc. Ready for Siwoo? Bop! And I was like, this dive looks terrible, right? Siwoo's full HP. The Violet comes through. But he's got 2 free Sundered Skies here. He can get 1 off the Cass and 1 off the Vi. Look at that Sundered Sky proc. Ona goes down here. If Doran had a Sundered Sky proc on him there, I think the Aatrox would have been fine. And it can't have been far off. It was like really, really close. So that is a very risky play for T1. That's what I'm talking about. I feel like that's the type of play you really can't be doing. If Siwoo gets like a double kill there, triple kill there, he's not going to be able to take over the game just because Pays is so strong. But, you know, it's going to be looking a lot better for him. As individual gold, like, take a look at that mid bot on T1. And stop looking at it because it looks like we have a bit of a fight in the bot lane. No, okay, we can look at it again. The mid bot in T1 are just like 2,000 gold ahead of anyone else. That is madness. As Lucid might have caught out Keria here. He doesn't have that E for a while. I think he might have to flash. Nope, he's just going to be hovered by his team. Yeah, I think Lucid knows he can't keep going that deep, right? Because there's a Vi sitting over the wall. And Keria just going to wait out that 20-second cooldown for his E to come back. And then just E away. Maybe he's even going to walk out. Look at this rat. He's just going to walk out. Look at the aura emanating off Keria, man. He's like a JoJo's character. He just stares them down, man. Damn, that's his river. Fuck off my control line. Holy crap. Oh, what a beast. Keria is one of those plays that makes the support actually look fun. Which is funny, because then I play support and I'm like, who the hell would do this? Who would do this themselves? What is that TP from Siwu, actually? I don't understand why he's done that. So Siwu just sent his TP bot straight up when the Rift Herald is up. So I think DK, they're in the full, okay, give everything, guys, and we'll scale mindset. Which, you know, I'm not a hater of the give everything and scale mindset when you actually have scaling. But the problem is that we don't. So, I mean, we have Anivia, but enemy team has Ambessa, and they have Cass. I guess Cass scaling maybe gets outscaled by Anivia. But you're playing Xin Zhao on your team. I don't know, man. I guess there is nothing you can do. Like, I can overanalyze what DK can do here. But the only option is sit there and wait for T1 to make a mistake. If you try to force a play as DK, you're going to get cooked, man. Just because of the wallet diff. So I think, in hindsight, maybe it is correct there. I'm not sure about TP, but it is definitely correct there for Siwu not to path towards that Herald. One of the plays you'd see in solo queue there is like the top laner will just open on the objective and hold his TP to TP away. Hold on a second. Showmaker has no vision. He's walked up really far. There's a TP coming through. This is the TP from Faker. Obviously can't be matched by Siwu at this point as the cease and desist going to come through. Showmaker has absolutely no escape. He's going to wall, try to get the wave, but the snake is going to bite him. And we've got a bird-eating snake here. I wonder if that exists in real life. Probably does. Now that I think about it, it definitely does. I feel like birds would be like a very common thing for snakes to eat. Is that Ezreal is just annoying. That's all it is. Not going to do too much damage. So now we have this is what top lane looks like when I play it. Except enemy top laner is the Shen and I'm the Aatrox. Right, guys? And whoa, what a flash from Paze. Excuse me, can I have a look at that again? Can we get an instant replay of that? What is that Taiyi flash to Q flash from Bard? He sidesteps the ult and just flashes Q flash. That if anyone else is playing the Jhin there, they're dead, by the way. That's crazy, man. And that would have been a really, really big deal, too, is Keria just going to fight the 1v2 down there. He has no E. There's a TP coming through here from Doran. He's going to TP on top of Keria, who spots it out now, but I think Keria in big trouble. Does have Magical Journey, but he's not going to be able to find it, as Ambessa going to publicly execute him in the river. And I wonder if there were any type of... There probably were back in the day. I was thinking, you know, like keel hauling. You ever thought of this? It's a type of public execution that happens in a river. It's where you get dragged behind a boat. Learned about this the other day. It's a very grim thing. Anyway, that's what Doran just did to Keria. He's got his executioner's calling now, so top lane matchup going to be slightly different. As here we see Keria sidestep everything as he always does, and we see the magical journey come out of Keria. Then after we see the magical journey, that's when the TP comes through. I really like that from Doran. He knows that Keria has no escape. He knows there's an objective up, and he's very proactive. He's like, okay, I think I'm just going to send on this guy. Make sure he dies. Make sure we can secure that dragon. No funny business. Take out the enemy Bard, who's now 0-3. Has the Bloodsong in inventory. Has that Locket of the Iron Solari, but it really doesn't matter. Rift Herald going to go down in 17 minutes. This game is a complete stomp, which is very sad. I was looking forward to my little Fiesta. Keria, has he been hit by a single Bard Q this game? Again, I want to point out that Bard Q, right? That wasn't on vision. There was a controller in that bush. And my guy just sidestepped that with Ultra Instinct. He's a freak. What a beast, man. It's just to be expected, right? I gotta stop ogling this guy's sidesteps. Ooh, speaking of sidesteps, Pace! Can you chill, brother? Smash is just being turned into a clown. Like, straight up, man. I know it's a T1 circus, but the jugglers here are DK. And they're very bad at walking the tightrope, you know what I mean? This is like a circus, but they're on the high rope and they just keep falling off. Which, to be fair, that's not really a very fun set. That's just, that sounds horrifying, to be honest, if you're in the audience. That sounds fucking awful. It is, one guy falls off, the next guy goes up, he falls off too. Just watching as everyone dies, man, that's fucked. That's really fucked. I'm glad that circuses aren't like that. I'm glad they're all trained professionals. DK, in this analogy, not trained professionals. But good thing that doesn't happen in actual circuses is Doran just gonna not kill the tower and take the trade anyway. Finishes off the tower now, and Siwu, now he's struggling. That's a public execution in the 1v1 here. The combo is auto attack E and then Q in melee range there from Doran. So it's a bit of a slap on the wrist and then a runaway angle. I like that. I like that. You got to establish the aura. Who's the bigger man in this series? do love sending the ultimate without any kill threat and also completely unhovered on your own side of the map. But you got to consider the fact that also he was completely safe and the game is really winning. So it's more about sending a message. And I resonate with that as someone who loves to send ult 1v4 on int all the time. Doran, I do use his Ambessa skin, and, you know, that's why. We're going to miss the Q on the Grump there. He just wants to fight, man. He's just... Oh, no, he landed the Q on the Grump. I think Doran is just, like, hungry, man. He's watching the rest of his team have fun. He's watching the rest of his team push DK members off of their high wire. He's like, man, when's it my turn? 11-1. What a funny number. Guys, if your passcode to any of your devices is 1111, you're probably a bit of a geezer. That's a fact. In-game. Anyway. This is, Midwave gonna get pushed out. Carrier, investigating a controller, decided not to take it. The discipline that takes, man. This is why I die a lot when I play support, because if I see a control ward, I'm fighting it to the death. Like, one of me or it will die. And usually it's the control ward, and then me as well, is what happens. It's like an honorable duel in that way. I think there's no honor in leaving a control ward to sit around. And Lucid, just having a little sniff. He's going to flash forward. He's finding the angle on Paze. That's a beautiful Xin Zhao ult. I think the Bard ult is a little bit counterproductive there, as now there is no Xin Zhao ult follow-up. And yeah, the T1 collapse is a little bit too brutal, man. Paze going to bait the play forwards. And T1 members just waiting at the top of a cliff nearby to push a boulder on the enemy team. Doran pushing the mid-wave. Where is this guy, man? I think they just want to start up the Baron. Hey. Yep. It's 21 minutes and T1 have decided, Baron spawned a minute ago. Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't do it faster. You know what I mean? Like, this is not the T1 I remember. Guys, Baron spawned 60. So what the hell, Doran? He's sending it! Time to fight! Kill him! Kill him! Oh, God. Well, you know what? Fair enough. He was close. You know, I respect it. I would also send it on that guy. Hey! Dude. T1 are just killing them, man. What am I looking at? This guy's dead too. See, you got to teleport out now. I mean, is it even worth it? What? Doran! He's right there! 2 seconds ago, you were trying to kill Bard. Yeah, come on. Fuck him up, man. What? Dude, the dichotomy in Doran's brain doesn't make any sense to me. He's so chill now. That was crazy. That was an Aatrox on my screen that I wanted to fight. Maybe he got sated. Maybe his like desire for blood was satiated as he watched this. Maybe not worth talking about this right now. As there was a replay. This is what I'm talking about. I think that bot ult is really bad. Sorry to flame Korea, but although is there even a situation where that ever goes well? Yeah, I think this is what satiated Doran's desire for blood, right? So he finds the angle, makes Korea bleed, laps it up a little bit, and then when he watches the Jhin shot connect here, JFK style. Rest in peace. Is it too soon for that? Bang. Probably is. Probably shouldn't say it on cast. Anyway, when he watches that, he's like, yep. No, don't need to kill anyone anymore. I'm just happy to watch Siwoo walk away. Which I respect. Yeah, this is curious. So, one thing I want to point out, right? If you take a look at the builds, we're seeing a double Black Cleaver angle from T1. I don't understand why this happens. So, this is something I would never do in solo queue. But I guess it's like a pro thing, and Doran is walking up, and he's in big trouble, in my personal opinion here, as the World Ender is proc. Can Doran get away with the infinite dashes Ambessa has in her kit? The wall is going to... What do we do? Doran! What? What? Huh? Whoa, okay, never mind. You know what? I take it back. Doran is the GOAT. Doran is the GOAT. It is a fact. I feel like there was so many other ways to get out of that play. Is that just me? When we out? When we completely fucking chilling? In my personal opinion? I thought we were like, did we not see Showmaker completely troll his teammates? Like, Doran saw the wall and he's like, I feel bad, so let me just style on them real quick. So I think he's just aura farming. As Pace manages to sidestep the Bard Q, but not the Ezreal ults. Take a significant chunk of damage, and now it's Faker's turn. Does he have the fancy footwork required to get out of this? Let's see if the Anivia wall is better. It is, and Faker's decided he's just fighting, man. 1v4, he does not care. Here we go. Flash away, the Shen ult comes through. Lucid does land the W, but the double taunt is really good. Can Faker get away? Yes, it looks like he can. Curtain call on the right side. Carrier in the middle of 4 is not going to find any value and is taken down. Smash has found Pace. Pace is dead. Faker in big trouble. Here's Siwoo, gonna make melee range with the Sudden Sky proc. Faker goes down. It's a triple kill for DK, and what is going on in this game? 3 members are dead. T1. They're not done, man. They want the red buff. Fuck it. Yeah, let's fight. Come on, baby. Can we kill the Xin Zhao? Xin Zhao is dead. Can we get Showmaker now? What is the public execution? I think Doran deserves to be publicly executed for that Ambessa ult. In my personal opinion, rest in peace to the Anivia. It does end up going down. This game just got a whole lot more psychotic than I was ready for, and Doran's not done, man. God, God, I love Q2. And Bessa Q2 is so satisfying. Let's take a look at this replay here. So, this all starts with Faker, again, believing he's from JoJo's and trying to 1v4 aura farm them, which honestly I rate. I rate that. Beautiful sidestep there, but he doesn't dodge any of the Aatrox combos. Flash away is good, and look at this Shen taunt. It's beautiful from Keria. Sacrificed himself for his mid laner. And after the curtain call comes through, I was thinking this is really good for T1, but look at Smash on the right side, right? Just 1v1's pace. Does not miss a single ability, as he's prone to doing. And Siwu finds a beautiful angle onto Faker, who oversteps a little bit. Keria, trying to save his teammate, ends up just going down with the crew. Good captain always dies with the ship, and Ona misses, then Doran misses, and Lucid still dies. Here we go. Beautiful public execution from Doran. We can just go ahead and blame the Ambessa nerfs on that one, right? Right, guys? He had it. Ambessa ult cast time's too long. Every time that I watch Doran, I'm going to make it my goal to just, like, shit-talk him the whole game. He deserves it. He doesn't deserve... he's a lovely guy and he's insane in the game. But he deserves it because, you know? Yeah, I don't got a reason. I think it's fine. I think you can have some players that just deserve to get smack-talked. With the understanding that if I were to ever verse Doran in a ranked game, I'd probably scream with delight and then go 0-10, to be clear. He is topping the damage dealt, so maybe he doesn't deserve all this shade. But it could just be that because he's like... top laners have this habit where they just farm their laner 1v1. And I think all of that damage dealt, like if we recall to the plays that Doran has made this game, like all of that damage dealt was just blasting people with no chance of ever actually killing them. Because he got like hungry for blood. I'm curious as to how DK managed to get this much control. I wonder how much gold they've collected there. Now, I mean, if you look at the gold leads at the bottom, it is just a sea of blue, right? So, even with that really good play, that was just a collection of 1v4s, to be clear. Like, the reason DK won that last fight is because T1 did the T1 thing. And just all of them were like, I'm the main character. I'm gonna take you out. My way. 1v4. And all of them didn't succeed at that. 1,000 gold lead only in top lane as Ambessa is approaching that Death Stance power spike. Aatrox actually looks just way stronger. If I look at those items and I'm looking at Aatrox, I'm thinking that guy is Thanos. I think I'm just by it. I think Aatrox is just insane. I think the champ is just good. Like, every time that I see this Aatrox character in team fights, he's just running around one-tapping everyone. I think Sundered Scout on Aatrox is just crazy good. But the next thing to dance around here for these two teams is going to be Baron spawning in 20 seconds, Hextech Sol spawning for T1 in 30 seconds. And you can see already setting up Vision in the River. T1 have decided which one of those two options they want. I think they've chosen correctly here. DK have a play where they could try to force the Baron as there's a TB coming through from Doran. We're going to hold that thought. It looks like a bit of a sandwich going on here. Lucid, does he know about it? Doesn't look like it. He's posturing quite forwards, and Smash and Showmaker have been found by Doran here. Beautiful angle on the right side. There is a flash forward from Keria. The Bard ult is going to be late. Doran actually unstoppables it with the Ambessa ultimate. Not an interaction I've seen before. Keria, no magical journey to escape this one as the fourth shot from Pei is going to find the bird. It's bird hunting season here. Ona looking for more. Going to take out Lucid, and I think, ladies and gentlemen, this might just be the end of the game. Beautiful flank angle there from Doran. Is the Shen ult going to come through? Hex get away from Lucid. He's just having fun. He's ready for game 2. So am I. And Faker, does he win this 1v1? If Lucid wins this 1v1, I think it's just like the whole... we can just call the series in favor of DK, man. Yep, no he doesn't. And yep, that's going to be the game, ladies and gentlemen. TP coming through from Faker. And off the back of one beautiful team fight there from Doran. Game's just going to be over. Well done, they're coming through from Siwu, but I think his base is just going to be broken. Not much he can really do about it. Another kill from Doran, who honestly... despite the hate that I was throwing at him, despite the shade that I was throwing at him, had a pretty good game. Excuse me. And yeah, Nexus is going to explode. T1 taking game 1. Congratulations to them. And I would see you guys in game 2, except I'm not doing it. So goodbye.